November gi tang mapal sok lising ani kun mathoi gi oina Tamenglong gi Chiuluam village ta taruk suba Amur Falcon festival pangthokre. Thauram adu Tamenglong Forest Division, Government of Manipur ga loinana Chiuluam village amadi Rainforest Club Tamenglong ga punna sinlangduna pangthokibani. Thauram adu Manipur gi Forest, Environment amadi Climate Change ki Minister Awangbong Nyumai, Additional Secretary MH Khan, Dr. A.K. Joshi, PCCF, amadi makok thongba official singna saruk yaki. Thauram mapu oibigadauba singna hek yaurakpaga khunja singna jagoi isai gi thauram pangthokduna harau tayamna oki.
Thank you.
เราต้องบอลเสียมบางเขาไว้เลี้ยงไม้ไว้พี่น้องไปให้อันนี้บอมเขาเป็นกลมผมให้จีบงบอลบอมเขาอันนี้งานก็มันไม่นะเสียมอันนั้นบอมไม่ถูกไม้ใส่เสียมบอลบอมไหมเราต้องบอลเสียมบางเขาไว้ไม้จีบงบอลบอมเขาอันนี้นี่แยกสวยนะแยกตรงนั้นทำใช่ไหมอันนี้ผมซึ่งเขาอันนี้ผมที่ด้วยไว้ไม่เอาสู้ที่เราหนักเรียวหนักงานไหมตอนจะได้นะบอมเขาใส่เองนี่ก็จะลงมาใส่ให้กับวงตั้งลงบอมไหมเราผมไม่เห็นแบบนี้สุดท้ายเขาไอ้ตรงleader by อาสุของเราบ้างไหมเป็นยังไงเราสอบกันไม่คงหลักการเขาใช่ ตอนนี้นักขันมันเป็นตัวสุดเลยให้รอดมันเป็นความรอดมาว่าอันนี้เป็นโปรแกรมให้กับตัวนักบังคับกับเขามาคนมาสอบไม่งั้นไว้นั่นสินะจะได้หนึ่งครั้งรอผมมาเขาเป่าลองมาไว้ในในบ้านต้องรอสวยให้อันนี้ก็ตัวตัวไม่กูกูเล่นบังไปเขา20%ของช่องในของไทยนั่น
Festival adu yawba lakhiba makok thongba official singda khudol pot piduna taramna okhi.
Next we have next we have Deputy Commissioner Tamenglong. Last we have
Tungda Conservator of Forest Western Circle DFO in charge su oibiribi gaithawlu thaimaina miyambu okpagi warol galoinana festival adugi maramda wahodok piraduna thauram adubu makha chathaki.
WII. Then we have Nonglu Phom from Nagaland. DC Tamenglong, Sri H. Mursang, SP Tamenglong, Ms. Anupam, DFO None, SDO Tamenglong, SDO Tamai, SDO Tausem, Honorary Wildlife Warden Sri Nehemia Panmai, Office bearers and members of Rainforest Club Tamenglong, Chiuluam Village Chiefs, Pastors, Village of Chiuluam, other invited guests, friends from media, both print and electronic, officials and staff of Forest, Tamenglong Forest Division, ladies and gentlemen. I take this opportunity to welcome all to the 6th Amur Falcon Festival 2021. I take this opportunity to brief about what we have done during this month-long campaign of Safe Amur Falcon 2021. This year, our feathered guest, Amur Falcon, Kwaipuna, arrived at Puching village on 8th October in large number to their roosting site on their usual migratory route. The first batch of Amur Falcon arrived at Chiuluam village on 12th October. The Radio Tech Chiuluam Amur Falcon, which is on epic migration for the third time for their breeding ground from South Siberia and northern China. And we also heard that Chiuluam has left for another roosting site in the African continent. Then Amur Falcon Radio Tech Irang. We had the report that yesterday he has arrived at Lukhambi area and is rightly on time for the Amur Falcon Festival. Then Tamenglong Forest Division, along with the very active club, that is Rainforest Club Tamenglong, has organized this 1 month long, having 4 major components, that is protection measures. Then we have publicity awareness and community participation. Then providing incentives and alternative livelihood, and most important, research and monitoring. In the protection front, apart from the usual patrolling and then checking of Amur Falcon roosting site by the forest officials, then we have village volunteers. Our DC Tamenglong has contributed in a wide-scale awareness on conservation of wildlife, particularly Amur Falcon, and has issued an order covering 17 villages for ban on all air guns and to deposit the same to the respective village authority until the last flock leaves their roosting site, that is 30th November. And the villagers have deposited the air guns to the village authority. I thank you all for the cooperation. Next, we have our SP Tamenglong is extending its assistance to forest official and honorary wildlife warden in the legal front. The village level protection team has been formed for checking and monitoring of this roosting site on regular basis. Then we have poster campaign for Amur Falcon, which was launched by our Honorable Forest Minister. This is followed by awareness campaign, education campaign with the village authority and Rainforest Club to major roosting sites, important major villages, and to the education centers. Apart from there, we have distributed pamphlets on Amur Falcon conservation, and we also have a short video which is released in the social media platform. We have incentive awards in the 66th Wildlife Week Celebration 2020, for which the first prize has gone to Chiuluam Village Chief and second prize to Chiuluam Village Authority, and then Awareness Awards 2021 first prize went to Dr. Chambao. All these recognition are for the immense contribution to the conservation of wildlife and Amur Falcon in particular. I take this opportunity to urge all the stakeholders here to continue their support to the Divisional Forest Office, Tamenglong, in the protection and conservation of rich wildlife of the region. Once again, I welcome you all to the Amur Falcon Festival. Thank you all.
6th Amur Festival se Chiuluam dani haibse masige paper da radio da hena popular oihanba khun si le haibse khang hamne kwai dige hena nuai bani haibse khun yasing all behalf da masi haibiramni masida masigi munung da ekoi ge forest ge achawa sang sing chanti sing maming loin palla kharab de matam si yam changni dana masi paroi ming se kauthol roi aduna hojik lari bai koi ihan hamida minister boina nasida ekoi rangan nasida Amul festival program pongthak piba jabi libase yamna harau bani Chiuluam haibase takau rom degi honglapa kunni aduda masa makchu masi kunchi jabi haibase hena nungai kunna yam tarastri aduna kari warapso aikoi kunna se yamna ina kundaba lairaba kunni dana district officer DC ne aikoi SP ne SDO ne forest department ge chau sangsing se hongzon haina Chiuluam haina kauba kunna sibo khanglaga nungsi bidana tawbiyo hana khanbiyo hana haijunni.
The kind of work that you have done in a very short span of time, I think in less than a decade, there has been a complete turnaround. The way all of you have volunteered and come forward for conservation of not only Amur Falcon, I mean Amur Falcon is a flagship, but this is conservation of biodiversity in this remote part of India. I'm really privileged, honored to be here in the middle of all of you. And I salute you for the great work that you have done over the years. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I'm so happy that in a very small way we've been partnering in this work through our research scientist. Dr. Suresh Kumar is here, who will share more details about the work that he is doing. But the kind of work that we at the Wildlife Institute of India has been doing, not only here but in all parts of the country, we are helping the forest departments, the community, to take the conservation of our unique biodiversity forward. We are a very blessed country. India has such an amazing biodiversity. Just to talk about birds, because we are here in Amur Falcon Festival, we have 1300 species of birds found in India, which is about 13% of the global bird diversity. I personally feel that through Amur Falcon, it symbolizes conservation and the feeling that all of you have for other life forms. And through that, I think we will move forward, and that will help conserve all the bird species and all other plant species in wherever we can. And I know here itself in this village, people have earmarked certain areas exclusively for the conservation of Amur Falcon.
This particular collaborative effort between the Forest Department and the Wildlife Institute and local partners, this is not possible without the support of the local communities. Chiuluam is one amongst that. Originally the project conceived that we need to make people aware about what this particular species. We often go and talk to people that you should protect the wildlife, you should protect birds, you should protect plants and all sorts of things. But we are not in a position to explain to them, show to them how unique some of these species are. So at the outset, when we had planned on this project, the whole idea was to make people first aware about the uniqueness, about the significance of this particular species. And in a way today what we know, that the Amur falcons are not only important for people of Manipur, they literally connect everyone all across its range, not only within India, but also in distant Africa as well as in northern China. So because of the Amur Falcons, I have been having this opportunity to network with a whole lot of people. And so Amur Falcons truly connect us. Migratory birds connect us. So, which is very, very important. It is actually passing on this message that I am from Chiuluam village in Manipur. This was a fantastic opportunity to spread the word about this location. So each of the birds that have been tagged here in Manipur or in Nagaland have carried on this message that they are from this particular location. Now people are actually looking for where is this village? Where is this particular district called Tamenglong in Manipur or in Northeast India? So I think, with all your efforts of protecting birds every year and that the Amurs are returning every year, it is quite symbolic in a way that we are we have achieved quite a bit and we are going to continue to achieve a lot more in our efforts.
Why such a program? Why are we really organizing such a program? I think the credit goes to the Amur Falcon, and one of the reasons I'm also, like Dr. Suresh was mentioning, one of the reasons I'm here is because of the Amur Falcon. I always say Amur Falcon knows no boundaries. It connects landscapes, it connects continents, it brings together policymakers, experts and scientists and even community members. And one of the reasons we are all today here is because of this Amur Falcon. And I think we should really thank this species, who is very wonderful, and we always call them as an ambassador for biodiversity conservation. Now, having said this, why do we have such a program? And why do we organize this festival? I think we should also, in the backdrop, in the back of our mind, when we celebrate the falcons coming to Northeast, we should also look at the threat that is happening in our own generation. The biggest threat of our century is the environment, the biodiversity. And during the last, 1.5 decades, we have seen the cyclonic storm and so much of, environment degradation that we are seeing. We have also heard about this quantum of production going down. Water bones are getting dried, the river systems are getting spoiled. And so when we celebrate such a program like this, I think we should also be very sensitive of creating conducive biodiversity for the humanity as well as for the species. In our joy and in our celebration, we should always be sensitive to the habitation of the wild species. For example, we are talking about development that is very much necessary. Dr. Suresh and some of us were discussing, why have the falcons delayed? And one of the reasons it has delayed is because of the cyclonic storm that has taken place maybe in the first week of September. Now, because of this cyclonic storm, their stay here in our own land had been very short-lived. And they had stayed very short. Some of them have not arrived yet, and maybe they'll arrive and then they can leave very soon. So I think these are all connected.
Now, starting from 2015, we have come a very long way indeed, because in 2015, the conservation efforts had just taken shape in especially this part of the world, that is in Manipur, in Tamenglong. Though in Nagaland, the story started somewhere around in 2012-13, when a lot of killings were reported, about 14,000 to 15,000 birds were being killed per day. And the efforts in Nagaland started sometime in 2013, and Manipur followed suit in 2015. But Manipur has not lagged behind in any way, and with the kind of support that we have got from the community, and with the kind of efforts that have been put in place by the department since 2015, along with the community and along with the research and monitoring team done by the Wildlife Institute of India. It's been a great success, and I think we should compliment and congratulate the community for that. It's a big congratulations for everyone included, including the Forest Department. So for the last 6 years, we have been welcoming the Amur falcons here, providing them a very safe haven so that they can come here, rest and roost and feed on the termites which are available in plenty during this time, and then embark on their long and arduous journey that they have every year, which now that we are aware of what kind of migratory routes that they are following, coming all the way from Siberia, from their breeding grounds to their resting grounds here, and then onwards to South Africa, where they have the wintering grounds.
Very recently, with the effort from the Forest Department and also the Rainforest Club and the effort of the local animal lovers and also educated youths, we are seeing some changes in the concept and attitude of the people towards the wildlife. In fact, our people love to hunt, both animals and birds. It's a part of the game, which everyone longs to at least enjoy once a lifetime or once a year. We never know the consequence of killing wildlife and wild animals and birds. We don't even realize how the climate is changing. Though we have personally feel the changes, yet we don't realize. And we don't know how to go about and save the nature also. But lately, I think people begin to understand. And a lot of changes we are witnessing today. Few years back, if we walk down the Tamenglong Bazaar Street, at this time you will find lots and lots of birds, especially Amur falcon, selling for meat, and in terms of thousands in number. But today you will not see even one bird being sold in the market. That is a change that we have seen with our own eyes. And I would like to say thank you to the people also for that. I will also say that this is one bird which brings the integration, love and integration among all the nations. You know, we are so close to South Africa because of this bird. We are so close to Siberia because of this bird, because we talk very often about Siberia, we talk about South Africa, we talk about Bangladesh, we talk about Sri Lanka, and more so with this radio transmission track on this beautiful species. Our tracking is so interesting. Even though I was not very much aware of this, but after I become a part of this, I'm so close to this, my feeling so close to this. It's so interesting tracking where they have come and where they have gone and where they are at the moment. That means we're tracking the whole world now. So this species is integrating the entire world, this planet. And I will also say that this species carries the message to protect wildlife. Because of this, now our Chiuluam people, the mere villagers who love to hunt, which is a part of their game, are submitting their air guns, which they use for hunting birds. They also have written in their memorandum to extend some help to those villagers who try to earn a small living by selling wild animals or wild birds meat. For that they bought these air guns. But with the appeal from the department, from the clubs, with the awareness that comes from within, now they have willingly submitted their air guns and other guns which used for hunting.
Honorable Minister of Forest, Environment and Climate Change, Government of Manipur, for giving us his valuable time to us to be present with us. I would like to thank Sir Shri M.I. Khan, Assistant Chief Secretary, Forest and Environment, Government of Manipur, for giving us his time to be with us and encouraging us. I would like to thank Dr. A.K. Joshi, Principal Chief Conservator of Forest and Head of Forest Post, Government of Manipur, for giving us his valuable time to be with us. I would like to thank our special invitees, Sir Dr. Dhananjoy Mohan, IFS, and the Director, Wildlife.
Taruk Suba Amur Falcon Festival 2021 pangthokpagi thauram adu Reverend Chiuluam Gangmai Pastor CBC na mapu mahaki mafamda thauni jaraga chahi asigi festival adu loisinki.
Nakpi senbina ba mioi ba ekhoi da sinazare mioi ba ekhoi na nakki ning mamtung inna ngakpi senbi ba ngamna ba thausan biu bahap ta han biu mipum khuding makta gi bahap ta han biu aduga ngakpi senbiri ba silangi ba ekhoi ge forest department khuding mapusu prabhu nagna bor biu nagna senbiri ba lai konasi mang tak handana ba adubo semgatna ba adubo develop to hanna ba mutana ba nungsi nungsa khuding makta marangka nungai na nagna sembi ba ingam ngam ba prabhu jisu krista ki mingdagi ipa isoda tagasra lizabri sorba paulo kapio amen.